with silent delight, sits and smiles. Can the moon sit? Can the moon smile? These two aspects belong to the human body, to the human being. So, this is personification. The poet here compares the moon to a man. What is the task of the personification? What is the task of the simile? They give us images. They give us snapshots. Here I used two senses, sight and touch. I can feel now the soft skin of a flower. I can touch it. And I can see the moon like a flower. I can see the moon compared to a man. Here I use the two senses, sight and touch. Easy? The last one, no, not the last one, the third one, metaphor. Metaphor is like simile, but without as, without like. I made it easy for you in the first term. It is like the simile, but without as, without like. I compare. Like the simile, I compare someone to something, someone to an animal, but without using as, without using like. Look at this example. The birds are silent in their nest, and I must seek for mine. This is extracted from Bidden Summer. You have studied it in the first term. Here the poet said that the birds are sleeping in their nests, and he had to look for his own nest. Does the poet live in a nest? The nest belongs to birds. Here the poet compared himself to a bird without using as, without using like. So it is called metaphor. What is the task of the metaphor? It gives me images. Here I used the sense of sight. I could see the nest of the poet, not the house of the poet. Okay? The last one and the easiest one. I have another example for you for the metaphor. When I say the soldiers roared fiercely, roar. The soldiers roared fiercely, roar. You know the sound of the lion? Roaring. The lion roars. This is an aspect, belongs to the lion. Can the man roar? No, the lion can roar. Only the lion. I compared here the brave soldiers to lions without using as, without using like. What sense did I use here? Hearing and sight. I could hear the roaring of the lion and I could see the lion. It gave me images. Do you understand me? The newcomers, do you understand me? The last one. The last one, contrast. If a very fat woman is standing next to a very thin woman, does it make the difference clear? Very clear. If a very tall man is standing next to a very short man, does it make the difference clear? Yes, very clear. This is called contrast. It makes the meaning clear. If I put a very clean t-shirt, white clean t-shirt, to a very dirty black t-shirt, does it make the difference clear? Yes, this is contrast. What is the task of the contrast? It makes the meaning clear. It makes the meaning clear. In Arabic, الطلاق يبرز المعنى ويوضح العربي مش كده؟ Okay. Look at the example. This is extracted from a poem about bats. You know the bat? He loops in crazy figures half the night among the trees that face the corner light. It talks about bats. They only move at night. He loops in crazy figures half the night among the trees that face the corner light. Night and light. Contrast. It makes the meaning clear, like white and black. Okay? Now, this is now your turn. Who can give me a simple sentence, a simple example upon every figure of speech? Give me an example about simile. Simile. He is busy as a bee. Thank you. That's right. What about personification? Flowers. Danced softly. Flowers danced softly in the soft breeze. This is personification. What else? Give me more examples. How do personification? In the mind. Okay, thank you. Thank you. What else? What about contrast? Tell me, how can you feel if someone were false with you?
I feel better.
Huh?
I feel better.
Thank you. How would you feel if your brother or sister were false with you, were evil to you? Today's poem is a song from a play by William Shakespeare. That play tells us about a rightful duke, a lawful duke. That duke was a good man. His brother was evil. His brother was evil. He took his money, his kingdom, his palace, and banished him to the forest. He robbed him of his palace, his money, his kingdom, and even his title as a duke, and banished him to the forest. That rightful, good duke went to live in the forest. What is the difference between many differences? In the town, you live in luxury, but in the forest, you have no luxury. In the town, you have many means of entertainment. You can go to the park, you can go to the library, you can go to the park, to the club. This is means of entertainment. But in the forest, you can find nothing but nature. So that duke, that rightful good duke, went with all his followers, attendants, and faithful friends to live in the forest. Hard life or easy life? Hard life. But his followers sang this song to entertain him. In this song, they tell us that life in the forest is better than life in the town. The main idea of the poem is that life in the shelter of a tree is a peaceful life. We can enjoy the carefree life. You care about nothing. Carefree life. You care about nothing. In the forest, where there is no enemies. Enemies? What does it mean, enemy? Enemy. Rival. Someone hates you. Someone hates you. Tell me, when do we become enemies? When we struggle for something, when we fight for something, and it is often because of money and possessions. Money and possessions. In the forest, is there any money? No. We pick from the trees and eat. We drink from rivers. Do we struggle for anything? No. Is there any possessions in the forest? Manager, boss, and so and so? No. So in the forest, you have nothing to fight for. But in the town, you fight for money and possession. So people become enemies. So people become enemies. In the forest, where there is no enemies or anything to fight for, There we can forget all our desires, dreams, targets, aims, which we wanted to achieve, to carry out in this fake world. Fake, not true, false. It's great now. The cove is named under the greenwood tree. Under the greenwood tree. Greenwood tree is a kind of trees in the forest of Arden to which the rightful Duke was banished. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Try to feel the inner music which comes from the lines because of the rhyme scheme and under the greenwood tree, who loves to lie with me and turns his merry note unto the sweet bird's throat. Come hither, come hither, come hither. Here shall he see no enemy but winter and rough weather. Who doth ambition shun and loves to live in the sun, seeking the food he eats and pleased with what he gets. Come hither, come hither, come hither. Here shall he see no enemy but winter and rough weather. If it do come to pass that any man turn ass, leaving his wealth and ease, a stubborn will to please, duk dummy, here shall he see gross fools as he, and if he will come to Amy. I know that you don't understand. You will understand after giving you the meaning of the new vocab. But at least try to feel the music. I'm going to read again.
Here shall we see no